Tell me, how do you grieve someone who's still alive? I found an old picture hidden inside my drawer. The smile looked familiar, but I don't know him anymore. He laughed without rehearsing, dreamed without a backup plan, didn't wake every morning trying to remember who he was again. Somewhere between chasing approval and surviving another year, I traded my confidence for a house built out of fear. Now every mirror feels like a witness to my decline. The face still belongs to me, but the soul looks hard to find. Everybody says people change, that's life. Maybe, but nobody warned me I'd become a stranger overnight. Every scar learned my name, every silence knew my voice, every wrong decision echoed louder than every right choice. The person I miss isn't somebody who left, it isn't an old friend, it isn't my family. It's me, the version that believed tomorrow would somehow make sense, the version that still smiled without pretending. Tell me, if you've ever lost yourself, how did you find your way back? I answer, I'm okay, like it's part of my religion. Nobody notices the hesitation in my sentence. I mastered fake laughter, perfect eye contact, when my mind kept packing bags, planning not to come back. Every achievement felt smaller than the emptiness. Every compliment bounced off my chest. People celebrate the version that learned how to perform, but nobody applauds the nights I survived the storm. I'm exhausted from introducing myself to people when I don't even recognize the person I'm introducing. I keep asking God, did I lose myself or did I bury him trying to become who everybody wanted? The person I miss isn't buried beneath the ground. He's hiding somewhere under disappointment, under regret, under every time I convince myself I wasn't enough. If you've ever felt this, maybe we're both looking for the same person. Success didn't heal me, money couldn't rewrite memories, apologies couldn't rewind years, even forgiveness couldn't erase certain nights. Sometimes healing feels less like climbing and more like learning how to breathe with broken lungs. I stopped blaming everyone else, then accidentally started blaming myself for everything. Maybe that's why peace always feels close enough to see, but too far away to touch. Maybe the old me was never supposed to come back. Maybe healing isn't becoming who I was. Maybe it's becoming someone stronger without forgetting who I used to be. The person I miss still exists, not inside old photographs, not inside yesterday, but somewhere beyond every fear I've been feeding. Maybe of one more decision, one more prayer, one more sunrise. If this song found you while you're pretending to be okay, I hope you know you don't have to become who you used to be. You only have to become someone you'll be proud to meet. One day you look in the mirror, not searching for the old you, but finally recognizing the new one. If you're hearing this, don't tell me your favorite line. Tell me this instead. At what point in life did you realize the person you missed the most was yourself? The silence answered louder than the people standing next to me. Funny how a crowded room can still sound empty when your thoughts are screaming. I kept searching for a rescue inside accomplishments, crossed another finish line, still felt like I was losing, built walls so high even love couldn't climb them, then wonder why nobody stayed long enough to know the real me. I'm not afraid of failure anymore. I'm afraid of succeeding and still feeling exactly like this. Sometimes I replay conversations that happened years ago, thinking maybe if I'd chosen different words, maybe if I'd stayed, maybe if I'd left sooner, maybe is the most dangerous place I've ever lived. Yeah. Depression never knocked and moved in quietly. Started rearranging furniture inside my mind. Turned hope into storage boxes. Covered every window with memories I couldn't escape. Some mornings the hardest battle wasn't getting out of bed. It was convincing myself the world still needed me in it. Nobody posts that part, nobody uploads the hours spent staring at the ceiling, negotiating with tomorrow. I became an expert at hiding pain behind productivity. People call me disciplined. Truth was, I just didn't know how to stop running. Running from guilt, running from shame, running from the version of me that still believed I deserved better. Yeah, I met a kid the other day. He reminded me of who I used to be. Eyes full of impossible dreams, heart too innocent to understand disappointment. He asked,
"What do you want to be when you're older?"
I almost laughed, because nobody asks
what happens when you become older
and forget who you wanted to be.
That's the question
that keeps me awake.
Not because I don't know the answer,
because I do. I abandon myself, one compromise at a time. One yes when I meant no, one fake smile, one swallowed truth, one silent tear, until eventually the stranger in my mirror started calling himself me. Healing isn't beautiful, it's ugly. It's apologizing without knowing if they'll forgive you. It's deleting the message instead of sending it. It's crying in the shower because nobody can hear you there. It's forgiving parents who never learned how to love without hurting.
It's forgiving yourself for surviving
the only way you knew how. Some people think strength
looks like never falling apart.
I think strength looks like showing up tomorrow after the night. Almost convinced you not to, that's courage.
Not perfection, not applause, just one more sunrise,
one more breath,
one more reason not to quit. If somehow my younger self could hear this song, I don't think he'd ask how much money I made or how many people knew my name. He'd probably ask, did we ever find peace?
And I'd stand there, searching for words, because peace didn't arrive all at once. It came in tiny moments, a deep breath, a forgiving mistake, a prayer whispered when nobody was watching, a stranger saying, "I'm glad you're still here." Maybe healing was never about becoming fearless. Maybe it's choosing to keep walking even when fear knows your first name. So if you're listening and you've been trying to find the person you used to be, maybe stop looking behind you. Maybe the version of you that you've been missing. Now waiting in your past, maybe he's being built right now, one broken piece at a time.
Before the song ends,
before the song ends,
before the song ends, I wanna ask you something.
If you could have one conversation with the version of yourself you miss the most, what would you say? Read the comments, you might realize you're not healing alone. 'Cause I never left the room, I just became quieter, less excited, less curious, less me. I buried pieces of myself under expectations, covered them with fake confidence, smiled until my cheeks hurt, then went home to conversations only my ceiling hurt. People ask what changed, I wish I knew. Maybe it was one bad year, maybe one betrayal too many, or maybe the strongest people don't break all at once. Maybe they disappear one silent night at a time.
I don't avoid mirrors, because I'm scared of wrinkles. I'm scared they'll remind me how much I've changed. The eyes still belong to me, but the light inside them packed his bags years ago. Every version of myself still lives somewhere inside my memories. The fearless kid, the hopeful teenager, the dreamer, the believer. Sometimes I swear I hear them asking what happened to us, and somehow that's harder to answer than every question I've ever asked God. I've ever asked God. The hardest funerals never have flowers, no black suits, no eulogies. Just another ordinary Tuesday where you suddenly realize you haven't felt like yourself in years. Nobody sends condolences for that kind of loss. They just tell you be positive, as if hope can be forced into existence. Some losses don't leave empty chairs, they leave empty souls. Survival has a price, nobody tells you that. Sometimes the thing that kept you alive also kept you from living. I learned to stop trusting, stop expecting, stop dreaming too loudly. Because disappointment always knew my address. I called it maturity, turns out it was fear, wearing confidence like a disguise. There are letters I'll never send, apologies I'll never hear, conversations that only exist inside my imagination. Sometimes I replay them anyway, changing every sentence, every goodbye, every missed opportunity, until I remember you can't rewrite history by rereading it. I'll just miss who I was, I miss my laugh, the real one. The one that didn't need permission, the one that wasn't interrupted by overthinking. Back then, tomorrow sounded exciting. Now it sounds expensive, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I spend so much energy trying to survive today. I forgot how to look forward to tomorrow. God, did you notice? God, did you notice? I kept showing up even when my faith didn't. I kept praying even after the answer stopped coming. I kept breathing even when life didn't feel worth inhaling. People call that ordinary, I call it a miracle. Nobody applauded. Maybe you were carrying me during the seasons I thought you'd forgotten my name.
If I ever find me again, if I ever find myself again,
I won't ask him why he disappeared. I'll apologize for abandoning him, for believing strangers more than my own heart, for measuring my worth with numbers, followers, failures, regrets. If I ever become the person I miss,
I'll never let the world convince me that I have to lose myself
just to be accepted. I'm closer than I think. Maybe the person I've been chasing was never behind me. Maybe every painful lesson, every sleepless night, every prayer that felt unanswered was quietly building someone my younger self would one day admire. I spent years trying to go back when life was asking me to move forward. Maybe healing isn't remembering who I was. Maybe healing is finally meeting who I'm becoming. When you feel like giving up, if you're listening with tears in your eyes, don't be embarrassed. Some tears don't come from weakness, they come from surviving things you never deserved. You made it through nights you thought would be your last. Read that again, you're still here. Maybe your heartbeat doesn't sound loud to the world, but somewhere, someone's hope is waiting to hear your story. Don't let today's pain silence tomorrow's purpose. One day, you'll hear the song again, not because you're broken, but because you'll remember who you used to be. You'll smile, not because life became perfect, but because you survived the chapter you thought would destroy you. You'll finally understand strength wasn't the absence of pain, it was refusing to let pain write the ending. One morning, you look into the mirror, and instead of searching for the old you quietly realize you've already become someone stronger. Not because the scars disappear, because they stop deciding your future. The reflection won't show perfection, it'll show resilience. And for the first time, that will be enough. Maybe nobody called today, Maybe nobody asked how you're really doing. Maybe you're carrying battles nobody knows exist. If that's you, this song found the right person, because I need you to hear this. Your story didn't survive this long just to end in silence. Keep writing it. The next chapter may become someone else's reason to keep living. I thought my comeback would look like applause. Instead it looked like getting out of bed, answering one more phone call, taking one more breath, believing one more prayer. Healing rarely arrives with fireworks. Sometimes it enters quietly, like sunrise. You don't notice it happening until suddenly the darkness isn't winning anymore. Sit beside the version of me I've been missing, I wouldn't ask, why did you leave? I'd say I'm sorry. I spent years believing you weren't enough. Then I'd shake his hand, not as a stranger, but as someone finally ready to stop running. Maybe the person I miss has been waiting for me to forgive myself this whole time.
Before the music disappears, before the silence returns, I wanna leave you with one truth. You were not the worst day you ever lived. You were not the mistake that still keeps you awake. You were not the voice that tells you you'll never change.
You're the person who kept breathing when everything inside wanted to quit.
So don't chase the person you used to be. Become the person your younger self would run toward, with tears in his eyes, and finally whisper, you made it.